This is Gardening 101. You're starting a garden this year. This is a series that's going to help. And today we're talking about watering. We're going to talk about how to determine if your plants need water. I'm going to talk about some indoor best practices, some outdoor best practices, and how I do it. Then you'll get your actionable step, and we're going to keep moving towards getting a garden this year. So let's talk about some indoor watering best practices. If you're watering indoors, bottom watering is by far going to be the best way to go about watering your plants from seedling straight through to harvest. And to bottom water, you take your plant, you take a container, water goes into the container, and the plant is allowed to wick up the water. Now, watering is tricky because an underwatered plant and an overwatered plant look exactly the same, and it's like, thanks, bro. So let's get a good idea of what watering your plants looks like, how you can determine if your plants need water, and how to get on a really good schedule that neither allows your plants to be overwatered or underwatered. Now, the initial signs of an underwatered plant are going to be a plant that looks dusty and dry. Initial signs of an overwatered plant will be that the leaves turn yellow, you may start seeing a lot more gnats, and you'll smell a fungusy smell. So here are a few ways that you can test whether or not your plants need water. The easiest way to do that is to use the finger test, where you take a finger and you stick it a little bit into the soil to see how far down you can go before you get to wet soil. I'm not doing that. You could also get a product like this. This is a moisture meter. The jury is still out about the accuracy of these, but I found mine to be really useful. The other way that you can test for whether or not your plants need water is to feel it. A dry plant is going to feel light, and a recently watered plant is going to feel heavy. So what do we do if we're going outside? Best practice is going to be water in the morning or in the evening. These are going to decrease the chance of evaporation or the water is actually burning from water in the hot sun. Secondly, it's ideal to water less frequently but deeply. So a longer watering less often is going to do much more for your crops than to water it daily, but just doing a light sprinkle. Indoor or outdoor, having some way to test the moisture is going to be the best bet to avoid both underwatering and overwatering. And if you're growing outside, you definitely want to mulch. What mulch is going to do is it's going to help hold in that moisture, so those less frequent deep waterings are going to do so much more for your garden. My last tip for growing outside is to consider a drip irrigation system. You can DIY it. You can purchase one of those small kits for containers. I really love the Garden in Minute garden grids. They can be a little bit more expensive, but they're very durable, American made, and they work wonderfully in very large garden beds. And I do believe I have an irrigation playlist. If I don't, I'll try to put one together. Your action step for today is to get a watering plan. A watering plan takes time. That's why we're talking about it now. Go ahead and favorite this video and let me know in the comments which of these gardening plans might work for you.